Whatty Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's South Park review is going to be for Season 20, Episode 9, Not Funny. And I want to apologize for this being late. I swear for the season finale, it will be up probably on Thursday. So thank you guys for being patient with me, because school has just decided to be evil and leave me with a lot of papers to do and exams to study for, but I got this chance to do this. So anyway, without further ado, let's get to this review. So first off, we start at the Park County Police Station. We have this press conference going on, and the detective, our favorite ginger detective, was talking about everyone's emails about to become public, but that Troll Trace won't do anything if people don't use Troll Trace. Maggie. Maggie, you need to resist the urge, okay, Maggie? And then Steven's like, I know I'll resist the urge to look at other people's private stuff, but what about Lord the Blabbermouth? And notice these are all women, because remember what Bill Clinton said in the last episode in Members Only. He said that the women are going to do something. It's coming. It's coming. And then like he keeps going on and he keeps talking about Maggie, and I'm like thinking, resist the urge, Maggie, resist the temptation. And then how he concluded it was so true. He said, everything's going to be okay so long as we can rely on the rationality and the basic decency of the American people. And then there was mass panic. And I'm like thinking, oh my God, this is so true. Like, you can't rely on the fucking rationality and basic decency of the American people. Have you been on fucking YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram? That's your basic decency and rationality of the American people. Hashtag not all, but a good chunk of them are. Or I should say a majority. And yeah, Detective, you needed to word that differently. And then we have Ike having more FaceTime with Gerald. Like, and it reminds me of what Butters did earlier on in the season when Gerald said, damn, what an ass. You don't want to be like Kyle, do you? I was like thinking, damn, what an asshole. Seriously. And then Gerald got busted by Kyle. And Gerald says, because it's fucking funny, Kyle. It's called having a sense of humor and laughing. You should fucking try it once in a while. And Kyle's like, so putting a penis in the mouth of a model who has cancer is funny? Because it's so not funny. God, pushing people's buttons to get a reaction can actually be very good for society, Kyle. Once you go push people's buttons, they'll go push other people's buttons and get them riled up. Oh my God. And later in the episode, when Gerald talks, and I'll get to it, what Gerald says, if you think about it, it actually makes fucking sense. And you realize that South Park is making fun of themselves, and I love it. South Park makes fun of themselves in this episode, and it's brilliant. And then Kyle and Ike, of course, got busted by Sheila, and of course, Gerald hung up. And then Elon Musk goes out to masses. And by the way, South Park posted this on Twitter that Elon Musk voiced his counterpart in South Park. So I like that. Anyway, Elon Musk said there are no rockets going to Mars. You're not listening. We don't have the energy requirements figured out yet. We're working as hard as we can. There's a little girl working on the problem right now, and apparently she is smart and very funny. And so Heidi's trying to figure this out. She's like looking at all this shit like, what the fuck is this? Like, I don't understand this shit. And like Cartman, and Cartman's so sweet. Like, Cartman has his mantra. He's like, girls rule. Women are funny. Get over it. Stop psyching yourself out, babe. I'm like thinking, like, Cartman, you're an ass. But like, at the same time, he's being really sweet. And then Musk isn't having any of this shit. He said, he's saying, this doesn't seem like this is going to work out, and we're rather busy. I haven't heard her say anything funny yet. And Cartman says that Cartman, like, I love this from Cartman. That's because you have a mental block. Get over your fucking self, Musk. And I was like, oh, Cartman. And Butters is making, and then Butters was making the move. He's like, yeah, she's a hoot. And I was like, oh fuck, Butters, what did you do? And then we have the Danish have the trolls naked and strapped to chairs. And oh my God, Like, when we get to the end of the episode, I understand why they did. This was so fucking brilliant. And Gerald confessed, in the chairs too, I wasn't doing it to hurt people. I was doing comedy. It's different. And I understand what, Gerald means by this. Gerald is representing, if you think about it, Gerald is representing the show South Park as a whole. Because remember, South Park trolls people all the fucking time. They make fun of people all the fucking time. And they do it for comedy. That's what Gerald is representing. Gerald is representing South Park. Just think about that. And then this part right here just got me when they're in the church. And Priest Father Maxie, first of all, he says this. Of course, I have nothing to be worried about since I am a priest. And there's nothing I'm ashamed of doing on the internet. So definitely no need to look at my history. But for many, this is a time to pray. And I'm just like, oh, God. But we know Father Maxie has not molested little boys. He hasn't, or as far as we know, because in a previous episode, it was kind of established that he wasn't molesting little boys. I don't remember the season, but yeah, you know what I mean. And then they get to the prayer. This part I was dying. They were saying, "Oh Lord, please forgive us for things we might have done online, Maggie." Damn it, Maggie! Please try to understand, and this is the men here, please try to understand for that even if some of us were on ashleymasson.com, it was only out of curiosity and not because we'd actually have an affair. I'm telling you, this is something to do with what Bill Clinton said at the end of last episode. But God, that shit was great. Please understand that we might have used racial slurs, but only because it was to a close friend. And I'm like thinking to myself, well, and never meant to be in public. First of all, whatever you say on the internet stays on the fucking internet, and it's unless you have your security settings set right, the world's gonna see it regardless. Unless it's like DM. DM, you're not gonna see it too much. And then the other thing is, I'm like thinking to myself, well, I will admit I say racial slurs, but like I just do it over the we say it in person or over the phone or text it. Sometimes we'll Skype message it, but that's it. We don't do that shit, say that stupid shit on Facebook or on Twitter. I'm not an idiot. I have gifts that may have racial slurs, but they're South Park gifts. They're funny. And Kyle comes in, and this part, you know they were making fun of themselves, and it was brilliant. Kyle said, somebody's threatening your way of life, and you're all just sitting here praying like a bunch of babies, and acts like a bunch of pussies. And Kyle says, this isn't South Park. What happened to us? We used to have a challenge and deal with it, then move on to the next one. Now we've just been dealing with trolling and internet stuff over and over, week after week. And I don't know about you, but I'm getting pretty sick of it. Yes! God, Kyle, I agree. As much as I love the trolling stuff, because I deal, for those that don't know or don't follow me on Twitter, aka the Twits, I get trolled not as much now, maybe because I'm not on my Twitter right as much as I should be. But I would get, during the election, I get trolled by Trump supporters, aka Trump otakus. I'm telling you, go on Charlie Gasparino's Twitter or Montel Williams' Twitter, and you'll see what they deal with. They deal with Trump otakus all the fucking time. They are horrible, and they are relentless. I've been threatened, Trump otaku told me to die because I wasn't voting for their orange senpai, or I didn't worship their orange senpai. I'm telling you, that shit is a fucking cult. Ugh. But anyway, let's see. Now, let me get back to here we go. So now for once, let's stand and try to end this. We can't let Denmark change who we are. And Randy's like, yeah, fuck Denmark. You guys need to know, you need to, call the president and get him to take action, because that's what Gerald said earlier in the episode. And then Steven's like, the president, he won't listen to us. He hates us now. And Randy says, no, but there's somebody he will listen to. Oh my God, this was brilliant. And this is I could see this happening in the Trump presidency. So we get to the Pentagon. It says, and they're saying, Mr. President, we're looking at global destabilization like we've never seen. Countries everywhere are terrified that their internet may be hacked. Motherfucker, their internets are getting hacked every fucking day. This is nothing new. And then you got countries that try to create their own internets like Iran and North Korea. This is just nothing fucking new. Their internets are getting hacked every day. I don't know why this isn't mentioned. And also, Matt Trey, why isn't the NSA there? Are you trying to make a joke that the NSA doesn't do shit? Like, seriously, where's the NSA? Where's Caitlyn Jenner? Is Caitlyn Jenner conducting some maniacal scheme? But anyway. Let's see. And then he did say something that's legit. He said, you're the leader, because the president's like, why me? Why is everyone looking at me? And this is true. This is definitely true. They said, you're the leader of the free world. Everyone's looking to you to be the calm and steady voice they all need. This is definitely true. The world, whether we like it or not, the world looks to us because we are the leader of the free world. The president is the leader of the free world. So there you go. And then someone from the military comes up and says, you have the Prime Minister of Israel on line 1, aka Netanyahu. You have the Chancellor of Germany. You have Chancellor Angela Merkel on line 2. And Mr. Slave on line 3. And I was like thinking, Mr. Slave! Mr. Slave! And I was like thinking to myself, wait, where's Big Gay Al? Did they get divorced? Because in that scene, we did not see Big Gay Al. So, Matt, Trey, where's Big Gay Al? Anyway, this conversation, I have to read the whole thing because this conversation was just fucking great and I could see this shit happening in the Trump presidency. Shit, we see this kind of thing going on the twins. Anyway, Garrison says, well, crawling out of the woodwork and trying to get me back now that I am a big cheese? And Slave's like, no, I'm calling you because people want you to bomb Denmark. Lots of people, because it's like going to ruin their freedom of speech or something. Which, in a way, Mr. Slave is somewhat correct, but freedom of privacy would have been the correct one, the correct thing to say. Which is actually true. Denmark would be violating our constitutional right, and Denmark wouldn't be able to do that shit. What Denmark is trying to do is actually unrealistic. You can't do that shit. There is websites like Whois and shit like that you could track IP addresses and stuff like that, but what Troll Trace is doing, it's not realistic. Especially if you're going to do it like on leaderships and shit like that, and it involves whole internet histories like that. Yeah, unless you get a warrant, you can't do that shit. And I wouldn't be surprised if the NSA does that shit, but there you go. And the FISA courts. Go look up the FISA courts if you don't know what those are. Then Garrison says, Mr. Slave, this is all very complicated diplomatic stuff, okay? You can't just go bombing other countries, which is true. And Slave says, oh, Jesus Christ, you're such a little bitch. And Garrison's like, oh, I'm a bitch, huh? I'm going to be president, bitch. And Slave's like, you're a little president, bitch? You're too scared to bomb anybody. Garrison's like, I'm not scared. My advisors have told me that yeah, you're scared. Just do what your little advisors tell you to do. Sorry, I'm doing the best Mr. Slave voice I can do. If I decide a military strike on Denmark is warranted, then I will. And then Mr. Slave's like, you don't have the balls to bomb them, pussy. And I was like, pussy-ass bitch in the background. God damn it, Gerald, what did you do? And then Mr. Slave's like, pussy-ass bitch, fuck you. And Garrison's like, oh, okay. You think so, huh? Well, watch this, you gay asshole. Bomb Denmark, the Troll Trace building, and the whole fucking thing. Whatever it is, get the missiles ready. And Slave's like, everyone's like cheering, and Slave's like, yeah, it worked. And Butters is in for trouble. We're going in on Heidi. Well, what Cartman thinks is going in on Heidi. But, while Butters is peeing. And Cartman's like, how do you know she's funny? And Butters is like, well, because you keep telling everyone she is. And I was like thinking about that. I was like, Cartman, how did you not expect to walk into that? And then, Butters says this. And I gotta think to myself, Bill Clinton, what the fuck did you do to Butters, man? I want nothing to do with girlfriends. I know what girlfriends do. They make you feel the happiest you ever felt. Then they crawl up inside of you and poop on your heart. Fucking Charlotte, man! Charlotte just destroyed this kid. That's how it ends, Eric. Girls get you to feel for them and make you think that they're the best thing in the world. And then you leave and move on to the next best thing. And you, and then leave and move on to the next best thing. And you're left there crying with your heart covered in poop. And I'm like thinking, oh God, Bill Clinton, what the fuck did you tell Butters? And then Sheila has fucking lost it. I'm telling you, Sheila's going to trigger what's going to happen in the finale. And she says, the next time you defy me, it will be your last. I'm like, oh, fuck. And Gerald is going to, and then they realize because Kyle and Ike were looking at at the news online that Denmark's getting bombed are like, oh fuck, Gerald's getting there. Gerald's gonna die because Sheila mentioned that he's doing paralegal shit in Denmark, and they're like, oh fuck. And Gerald, like all the trolls are naked and shared and handcuffed to their chairs, and Gerald is crying. He's like, you were right, Dildo. When you said I was a dick, when you called me an asshole, I am, and now I'm gonna die alone, just like you said. And Dildo's like, come on, you're not an asshole. And Gerald's like, you said I was, though, because I only trolled to be funny. And Dildo says, well, maybe being funny is just sort of how you deal with serious subjects. And that's how South Park does deal with serious subjects, is by trolling people. South Park, you are smart. And then we get back to Butters, and Cartman's like, fuck, Heidi's not being funny. This is not good. And Butters like, don't feel bad about being duped, Eric. It's happened to all of us. The truth is, girls hate us, Eric. This is where Bill Clinton's influence definitely kicks in. They're sick of our shit. And one day they plan to make us obsolete, stick us underground where we just get milked for our semen. Boys' only hope is to start over on Mars. God damn it, Bill Clinton. And then we get to Gerald when he meets with the head of Troll Trace. And this is how you know they are making fun of themselves. Because Gerald says this, I'm a satirist. I challenge people's points of view by being sort of edgy, and sometimes people can be like, whoa, and mistake that for hate. But it's not hate. It's pointing out hypocrisies in our society. And I think Matt and Trey did this for a couple of reasons. One, they wanted to, get the difference out there. And two, like, I don't know if you've been on Twitter recently and seen Orange Senpai going off on Alec Baldwin doing an impersonation of him on SNL. That's another reason why I think they're doing it. I don't know if South Park is just getting like a bunch of hate tweets I haven't seen South Park getting a bunch of hate tweets from Orange Senpai, so I guess Orange Senpai doesn't watch South Park. Like, I guess not, because to me, I kept thinking, wait a minute, Orange Senpai's gonna go off on South Park at some point. And this might be, I'm surprised he didn't go off last week. For this episode, because this episode fucking makes fun of him to a T, and it's so perfect. Let's see. And the guy, the head of Troll Trace is like, you're so full of skink and slot, I could smell it from here. And then Gerald says, if you say mean things and are mean, then I agree, you should be killed. But if you are being funny, which spreads joy, and then he's like, dude, we're not gonna kill you. We're not. And Gerald's like, what the fuck am I doing here? This is bullshit. But anyway, then we get back to the Pentagon, and then the same military soldier comes up and said, Mr. President, we have the Grand Duke of Luxembourg is on line 1, the chairman of the Workers' Party is on line 2, and Kyle is on line 3. I'm like, oh God, Kyle. And of course he picks up the phone for Kyle. And Kyle's like, you can't bomb Denmark. It's wrong, and it could start a bigger war. And Garrison's like, Kyle, this is all very political, diplomatic stuff, okay? Serious diplomatic stuff, okay? You can't understand the political complexities involved here. And Kyle said this, I understand you're a dipshit little gay puppet letting your ex-boyfriend manipulate you because you're sweet, because you miss a sweet ass. Garrison's like, who told you that? And Kyle's like, everyone knows that. You only do what your little bitch boyfriend manipulates you into doing. I kind of am wondering if he's not only talking about Big A Al, but if he's talking about fucking Caitlyn Jenner. Part of me thinks that they're also making fun of Mike Pence. Just saying. And Garrison's like, Kyle, I'm the president. And Kyle's like, you're a little dipshit president. And Ike says, with a dirty asshole and you shit out your dick. And Kyle repeated this to him. And Kyle's like, where'd you learn to talk like this? And Ike's like, Daddy. I'm like, and Garrison's like, oh, that's what people think, huh? Well, maybe I won't bomb Denmark. What do you think about that? And Kyle's like, yeah, you will, because you're a little retarded shit bitch. And Garrison's like, God fucking damn it, hold up on the fucking bombs for a minute. And then Heidi used emoji analysis to, figure out the formula to get to Mars, and she's fucking right. Cartman, you're bitching about her not being funny, but fuck, she is smart. Why aren't you giving her that shit? But anyway, the head of TrollTrace.com is fucking trolling everybody. Damn. I was just like, holy shit. I did not see that coming. He said this. I gotta read it because it was great. He said, what if you control the entire world? Somebody who could rise to political power through nothing more than pushing people's buttons and getting them all riled up. Become the leader of a Scandinavian country. Perhaps get them to listen to you when actually, you're not even fucking Danish. Use that country to create a machine that relies on the shittiness of people to fuck over other people, and watch the whole world go completely batshit, completely fool everyone, and keep your real intentions completely anonymous. And this is a reason why to start World War III. He says because it's freaking hilarious. Getting a Scandinavian country to fight trolls by building a giant machine that actually shows everyone on Earth is kind of a troll too. That's not funny. Don't be a bag, dude. That's real bro shit there. Sorry to step on your fucking dicks in the mouth and tit jokes, you amateur little pussy. Come on, have some fucking balls. Oh my god. And then he does like the ultimate troll dick move, and he has like all the Troll Trace employees in this room, and he locks them in, and they're like in the opposite room as the trolls. And they play the Never Give You Up on the screen. I start grabbing them. I was like, God damn it. God damn it. And Dildo Baggins is like, damn, that's impressive. And Ike says to Sheila, because Kyle's like, we got no choice. We gotta do something, because we need to get on the computer to stop shit. And Ike says to Sheila, suck my balls, you're a fat bitch. Sheila's like, what? And Kyle and Ike lock Sheila in the pantry, and she's like losing it. And I'm telling you, she's the key to World War III. She is! I'm telling you, like, based off of what's going on here and what's happened the past, I think since, like, OGs, I want to say, like, the women, and even Bill Clinton said it last episode, that the women are going to start shit. And it's happening next episode. It's the finale for a reason. But this episode was brilliant. I'm sad there was no member berries in it. Yeah, and no Caitlyn Jenner. But motherfucker, they made fun of themselves this episode. It was great, and and I'm glad they did this to explain the difference between a satirist and a troll, because like sometimes trolling can be funny, especially if satirists troll all the fucking time, man. It's comedy in a funny way, and then there's people that are just asshole trolls, like the Trump otakus, or in the case of sports fans. I know this is going to start happening again. It already has. The Lions fans are starting to troll me. And this is why I fucking hate when the Lions are winning, especially since I'm a Packer fan and they're in my division. But they did this the last time too, where the fucking those fanboy trolls are assholes. Fanboy trolls of sports teams are assholes. Like the Lions ones in particular, because it was to the point where Brandon Marshall, and you can go look this up, was actually going to pay this troll, and this guy actually trolled me right before Brandon Marshall, and was going to pay this guy $25,000 to meet up with him, and he was going to punch him in the face. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this episode, and what I'm looking forward to the finale tomorrow. Oh my god, it's going to be awesome. Maybe I'll do a live stream of the finale. I don't know. But anyway, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to the Nerdigans Inc. expansion, there's a couple ways you can do that. You can donate to the Nerdigans Inc. Patreon, or purchase something off the Nerdigans Inc. Amazon wishlist. Both links are in the description box below. Make sure you follow me on Twitch, aka Twitter, my Twitch channel, and friend me on PlayStation Network. And until next time, my fellow Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later.